Mine Ascension here. Peace to my 6 to 22 strand, 7 to 9 ether, humanity, selenium base. Black gods of this planet. I'm redoing live right now. I'm redoing the recording. I'm attempting to use live to record so I can upload to the channel. But peace, all of y'all. I didn't even mean to really come on here, but I've been attempting and making effort to utilize this black platform with these lives, man. And I ain't gonna lie, we always need a lot of work in the things that we create for ourselves, unfortunately, but we can't give up. But I just did a whole damn live and the shit didn't save and just disappeared. And so now I'm like, all right, well, let me see if I could try to do a little something on here so I can stay consistent with my channel and put some videos up. Of course, I will be deleting this soon. It's just a shame, y'all, because I'm really attempting to utilize these black platforms, and of course, they're definitely nowhere near the recessive quality that we've been trained and indoctrinated and been used to. But this doesn't mean that we create an excuse not to use them or we create an excuse to abandon them, because I'm still doing my best. But I did so many lives on this damn We Got Ups. It's fine, but when I do the lives, when you post something, all that, everything's cool. But when you try to go live on there, you go live, but it doesn't seem to record. It doesn't seem to save properly. It's very sketchy. And we need a lot of work on anything that we create for ourselves, unfortunately. We just really do. And we need to be held accountable as much as possible and let each other know where we need work to be done and stop being so offensive of being held accountable on certain things that we're not held up apart to. But I'm not giving up. But I ain't gonna lie, I just said a whole bunch of shit. I just dropped a whole bunch of shit and it didn't go nowhere. So my ego and my spirit is like, nigga, you need to fucking talk to somebody. So, you melody free think of peace. Oh shit. We was caves out the caves. What's up, brother? Been a long time. I tried going on live on We Got Us, but it ain't been working. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, brother. Honestly, the sad part about that, King Joe, is that's the best black social app that I've used so far, and I've used a lot of them, and it's the best. So that just goes to tell you, I'm still there. I'm going to still utilize them. I'm going to still keep bringing that up to the administrator's attention. We can't give up on each other. We can't abandon it, because honestly, if we're left to only have to use this recessive shit, which I'm going to be very careful on my terms right now, because they are shutting me down in every way, shape, or form that they can. Even my YouTube is now being silenced to a certain extent. It's really ridiculous. So we can't abandon each other, but I had to express and let this energy out some way, somehow. And I knew Instagram was going to work properly. And I already know my barber page. They don't give a damn about my barber page, because I don't be talking about nothing on my barber page. But anyway, yes. Peace, you melanated think of peace. But anyway, I did a whole live on this notion of needing no man. And I did a consultation the other day, and we were just discussing how ridiculous and delusional that is. And I'm not even talking about the fact of abandoning men. I'm not talking about the human perspective. I'm talking about the logical, intellectual, observational reality. Because our women, unfortunately, today have been indoctrinated with this notion of strong, independent, yada, yada, yada. Maya, elevated peace, queen, qualities, united, essential, earth, nurturing. They have indoctrinated with this strong, independent notion, yada, 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 whatever the case may be. Now, y'all know my Ascension. I'm not going to speak on this from a human perspective. I'm not going to speak on this from we got to be together and all. No, fuck all of that bullshit. What I'm talking about is the absolute fact. What exactly makes you independent? That you're chasing the bag, that you got a career, that you got your own car, that you got your own house, that you could travel, that you go here, you go there. Once again, who built your house? Who engineered and designed the car that you drive? Who invented and engineered the technology that you call your iPhone and your iPad? Who wired your house for electricity? Who creates the entire school curriculum that you send your child to learn from? Who creates the entire university curriculum that you go to receive a piece of paper from that deems you eligible to look down on people as independent and intellectual? Could do this all day. Everything in the current woman's existence that makes her independent comes from the man's manufacturing, engineering, labor, and design, and technology, and scientists. Everything. Everything. Your dishwasher was made by a man. Your washing machine was made by a man. Your car was designed and built by a man. Your house was built by men. Everything in your existence that makes you strong and independent was invented, built, manufactured, designed, and scientifically put together by men. This is just a fact. Speaking on that on Twitter, a woman said in post how she realized men don't really care what they do for a living and how she finds that interesting. Oh yeah, that's a whole nother subject though. That's a whole nother subject because men don't look at women as tools. Yes, we look at them as objects, but we don't look at them as tools. The same way you don't look at a gold bar or a diamond nugget as a tool. I don't know if y'all catching that. I don't look at a piece of gold or a treasure as a tool. I look at it as something to covet, something to treasure, something to keep as mine, to protect, to make sure nobody touches it. I don't look at a piece of gold like a hammer. Oh, I don't like that hammer. The wood ain't finished on it. Oh, I don't like that hammer. The handle's not soft enough. It's not hard enough. It's not. No. I see gold. All I see is gold. I see diamond. All I see is diamond. That's it. So that's another subject. But the point of the matter is, everything in this current existence that makes you so-called independent, that makes you so-called strong, everything you utilize today in order to feel justified in rejecting a man of necessity is all built by men. Fact. Name me anything women use today that men did not manufacture in factories, laboratories, anything. Name me anything today that malfunctions, whether it's your car, whether it's the electricity in your house, whether it's the superiors on your job. Are you not calling a man to rectify the situation? Are you not calling that plumber? Are you not calling that electrician? Are you not calling that carpenter? Oh yeah, I know women. There's women that do this and that. And then why? Because they're fucking following men. Because men are the ones that cultivated the entire design in the first place. They created the craft. You're responsible for agriculture. Get it right. You're responsible for agriculture and decor. Art. That's your responsibility. That's your creations. And life. We are the architect. We are the builders. We are the problem solvers. You are the problem staters. Oh, I know. Oh, I know it doesn't feel good. I know. Because you want to be a man. See, if you notice, today women try so hard to be men that they get offended by things that are manly that they are not. Anybody ever notice that? You're trying so hard to be a man that when I say something that takes away from your masculinity as a woman, you get offended by it. If I talk about intellect and logical things and that's not a part of your design, you'll get offended by that, not realizing that logic is locked down. Logic blocks men from spirituality. And many of y'all that has followed me long enough know I preach this all the time. I teach this. It is my left brain that locks me from the spiritual world. It is my left brain that keeps me from being a gateway between all realms and worlds. So why are you getting mad when I tell you you're not logical by dominance? Because you think you're a man. And by thinking you're a man, you're trying to say that being masculine is superior than femininity, which it is not. And y'all already know I teach the feminine is superior than the man. But I'm not getting on that. My main focus right now is this delusion we want to call independence. Independent from what? You're not independent from my carpentry skills. You're not independent from my engineering. You're not independent from my technology. You're not independent from my science. You're not independent from my intellectual studies that give you your master's degree. You're not independent from my medical field. What are you independent from? Name one thing you're independent from that a man has no hand in whatsoever as women. My purpose is activation. Now, the human brain will take all these things as if it's some form of attack, blame, rejection. But if we notice today, we're in a current society, generation, and world where everything is about how you feel. And if it doesn't make you feel good, then automatically it's wrong. But yet, being called a cis man or being called something that's not natural but only common doesn't make me feel good. But yet I'm supposed to accept and embrace that. But anything that I say upon a logical premise, upon a foundation of reason, rationality, and scientific discernment, gets rejected as hateful. Now, let me be very careful with my words here because it's getting very difficult to talk. So I might have to start speaking in another language, unfortunately. But that's all right. Now, hold up. That's why a woman, when she introduces her man, her friends ask, what does he do? When a man introduces a woman, yeah, Chris Rock went into that. One of my favorite comedians, even though he did some dumb shit recently, but that's all right. He's supposed to kind of do that to keep doing what he's doing in the system. But yes, Chris Rock made that point across. What does your man do? Nobody asks, what does your woman do? Because a woman is meant to be appreciated just by her own existence of being a woman. You can't look at a man like that. No matter how much we want to push the false notion about equality, nobody will ever look at a man who does nothing as an actual man. But you could be a woman and be a homemaker, a wife, have a OnlyFans where you only shake your ass, and you're still empowered, you're still liberated, you're still independent, you're still strong, you're still smart, you're still everything a woman is. Quite convenient. But regardless, the point I'm making is, what exactly makes you independent as a woman that has nothing to do with man's architect, with man's manufacturing, with man's engineering, with man's scientific ability? What can you name as a woman that you utilize today to achieve your independence, to claim your independence, to justify your independence, that a man has no hand in? Even the goddamn clothes you wear as women is designed by... Even as the attire that you admire as women, the European attire y'all love so much, is designed by men. Your shoes are designed by men. Your sex toys that you think are going to replace the penis is designed by men. Name one thing that you use as your independence as a woman that has nothing to do with a man at all in its existence. We're out of slavery now, so you can't be a bedwench anymore. Well, no, that's not true. That was just crazy what I said, because you can be a bedwench. What I was going to say is you can't be a breeder, because at one time in our history, you could just be a breeder and be taken care of as a woman, even though technically a lot of women are still like that. We're just not calling it those terms anymore. But that's the only thing I can think of that has absolutely nothing to do with a man per se by design and who you are and what you are and capable of, that doesn't have anything to do with a man. Oh yes, brother, but I'm attempting to be very careful, because I am shut down left or right for every damn word that I say. So yes, men of the glorious orientation of the beautiful, very natural and normal behavior that is called the term that you use. I don't even want to use that term anymore. Loving other men as a man equally. Yes. The beautiful natural thing about that. They're the ones designing your clothes, designing the bags that you spend rent money on, the shoes that you spend monthly bills on. What exactly makes you independent that has absolutely nothing to do with a man? Name it. Peace, family. Everybody in here, peace, peace, peace. I just had to get this out because I've been attempting to utilize the black-owned platform, which still has many kinks, and I'm not giving up or abandoning them, but I feel like I just wasted a whole hour saying so many things, and it just didn't go anywhere, so I wanted to take this opportunity to express it here, hopefully save it, and then be able to put it on my channel. But once again, strong, independent, need no man. What exactly constitutes all of that that has nothing to do with men? Everything. The schools your children go to, men control that. The toys your children play with, men create those. The jungle gyms and the playgrounds you go to, men create that. The buildings that your high-powered career is in, men built that. The degree you got from that university, men issued that. Even your movements that you think is purely yours, men funded that and created the structure for that and implemented the female face for it. Do a little work. Do a little work. You'll see what I'm talking about. So what exactly, specifically, can you name as a woman that makes you independent and strong that has absolutely nothing to do with a man? The car you drive, the house you live in, the mansion you live in, because you're independent, the mansion you live in. Let's talk about celebrityism. The beautiful, strong, independent, rich black women out there, from the Oprahs to the Beyoncés. Who has created Hollywood? Who has created the music industry? Who has created the royalty hierarchy or the royalty system for you to get paid? Who has created the financial system? Who has created industrialism? All these things that allow you to be independent. Workplaces, woman is much more submissive even though she is still technically slaving. Oh yeah, well that's her design. She is the water. She flows to a current. The current is the force. Now, I broke all this down in my last video that I didn't save. The element of woman is water. Therefore, she flows to a specific current, which is a force. The force is the masculine. The current she is flowing to today is the European ideology and recessive notion and systems that they obey by today. From the medical field, from the educational field, from anything you want to name, women obey it completely without question. Nobody could debate me on that. Anything a doctor say, you'll do. Anything a principal or teacher says, you'll do. Do I want to say 100% of y'all? No, I don't want to say 100%. But trying to name the one or two tiny microscopic ones, that don't make no damn sense. That's like me trying to pick out the microscopic white people who are not doing something. That don't make no damn sense. We don't reach for exceptions. By the masculine energy, the masculine mind, we don't reach for exceptions to justify dismissals. The majority is what matters. Majority of us as black people are being murdered and killed. I don't want to talk about the black guy that went to the store and didn't get shot. I don't want to talk about him. That don't make no sense. Majority of men are not taking care of responsibility. I don't want to talk about myself and other men that I know personally who follow what I do, and therefore everything you're saying is not true. No, everything you're saying is true. It is true. But what I have to ask you after you say that truthful thing about all men, who raised all those men? Who instilled the values of women and men in those sons and those boys that became the men today that are 20 and 30 years old right now? Men are passive today? Men are weak today? Who raised them? Who gave them their first teachings as boys? Men don't protect today? Who raised them? Who gave them their value system as boys? Who taught them it's okay to cry and it's okay to walk away? But then taught your daughter, don't let nobody see you cry and you better fight for yours. Who did that? Who reversed the design of a specific structure by nature? If I'm lying, you got the right to be mad. But if I'm not lying, put your ego aside. What is the source of the current state of this particular reality? Equality is across the board. Equality is just not in the convenience of what you feel at the time. So if you want to say the problems are equal, then the solutions must be exactly equal, then the responsibility must be exactly equal, then the changes must be exactly equal, then the accountability must be exactly equal. So don't say something is equal on one side and then say it's something else on the other side. Equality is not about convenience. Equality is not in one place at one time and then not in another place. That's why technically equality doesn't even exist. There's no minerals that are exactly equal. There's no vitamins that are exactly equal. There's no plants, no trees, no roses that are exactly equal. There's no insects that are exactly equal. There's no animals that are exactly equal. There's no cells that are exactly equal. Equality is an illusion. Everything in this existence is complementary, which brings forth new existences and beginnings and cycles, causing friction or polarized energy and momentum that brings forth sparks of activation in life. That's what life and existence is about. Complementary. If I am equal to the tree, then I become the same damn tree I'm looking at. If I'm equal to a woman, that means I'm a woman. If you are equal to a man, that means you're a man. Our designs are not equal. Our biology is not equal. Our chemistry is not equal. Our neurological structure is not equal. Our anatomy is not equal. Our blood is not equal. Our bone density is not equal. Our elasticity within our body is not equal. There's nothing equal. What makes you independent as women that men have nothing to do with? Can anyone name one thing? I got my own car. I got my own house. I got a good job and a career. I get paid like this. I get paid like that. Look at my Birkin bag. Look at my Gucci. Look at my... What exactly makes you independent that a man has nothing to do with? That's all I want to know. King Joe, when I was younger, wanted to play with the older boys. They didn't take my age into account. They treated me like I was on their level. And if I wasn't strong or tough enough, then I could leave. First of all, in indigenous societies, there are no grades. There are levels of initiation, but there are no grades. There's no 6th grade, 5th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, where everybody's the same damn age. Because you actually have those who are older who are the same as a child. And you actually have those who are children who are the same as an elder. If you study indigenous society and African culture, only nature differentiates whether you're an adult or a child. Then after that, it's about your function. There's a 7-year-old on this planet right now who is the elder of his family. There's a 12-year-old girl on this planet somewhere right now that is the mother of the family, even if she doesn't have a child. Because it's about the design of nature and the function based on your energy. And let's be honest, many of these children today are smarter than your dumb ass out of this world. Could break down something to you better than you could break it down to them. Who's the elder? Eldership and adulthood is dictated by function. If I am a thief, I'm a thief by my function, by my behavior. If I am violent by function, my behavior. It's not dictated by my age. It's not dictated by my gender. It's dictated by my behavior and my function, my traits. So what you're talking about is something that we've practiced for such a long time. But of course, we follow Europeans to such an extent, we removed it from our psyche to where now we reject it. We don't realize that. So now we got white people telling us that an adult is someone who's 18 years old, which was figured out around a mahogany table with white people. And then somewhere on another side of the planet, another group of white people said an adult is somebody who's 12 years old. Then another place on the planet, they said 16. Nature dictates the cycle that you are in that gives you the ability to be a mother or be a father. And by the way, there was no cousins and nephews and nieces in indigenous culture either. You were either a brother, a sister, a mother, or father, period. Period. Your uncle was your second father. Your cousin is your brother. Your niece is your little sister. If you notice, in European culture, everything is about division. So now you got cousins, brothers, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. Come on now. In African indigenous culture, you got mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters. That's it. That's it. Think about how simple of a society that is. Remember, simplicity is divinity. When you're dealing with recessive ideologies, you have 1,000 different sects that has been divided, castrated, decimated, deciphered, dissected from one source in order to control each one individually and more easily. I divided my slaves by skin color, by age, by height, by weight, by gender. Now you become a minority. Those over there, there's only 9 of them. Those over there, there's only 10 of them. Those over there, there's only 12 of them. Those over there, there's only 8 of them. But when all of them realize that they just one black motherfucker, they are a huge group of 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 motherfuckers that'll burn down the plantation. Understand the difference when you're using recessive ideology and indigenous mind. Understand the difference between human brain and God mind. Understand the difference between the left brain and the right brain. Understand the difference between the masculine and the feminine. Understand the difference between masculinity and femininity, which is another subject that nobody talks about. Feminine and femininity are 2 different things. Masculine and masculinity are 2 different things. Male, female, 2 different things. Man, woman, 2 different things. I'm not going to go into that right now, though. What exactly makes a woman strong and independent that has absolutely nothing to do with a man? As I wrap this up, y'all, we must start recognizing the dysfunction, the malfunction, the degeneration that we are participating in. We must stop feeling attacked when logic comes into play. We must stop feeling attacked when intelligence is being utilized. Before you begin to judge, before you begin to feel attacked, ask yourself, why does this feel this way right now? Does it feel this way because I'm participating? Usually someone who feels attacked is guilty of participation. So because you've been supporting dysfunction for so long, and then when I break down what is dysfunction and you realize it's the same thing you participated in, now you feel attacked. But if you notice, those who don't participate in certain activities that are dysfunctional, they immediately jump on it. Oh yeah, that's why I don't do that. Yeah, that's why I don't support that. They don't feel an attack. The human brain will always feel attacked by anything that goes against the belief of a mass population and a narrative that has been adopted and accepted. Because most of us adopt ideologies and notions. We don't understand them. We adopt ideologies and notions. We don't understand them. If I ask somebody to explain to me What is equality? Explain to me. What is a blah blah phobia? I'm not even going to even say certain words no more because I'm tired of being silenced. If I ask them to explain the etymology of the words that they use, they have no idea. And can somebody tell me the type of character and the type of person that makes you, if you're utilizing terms and words that you have no idea what they mean or their origin, what does that make you as an individual? A person that utilizes terms and words with confidence, without understanding the definition, the etymology, or the origin of those terms and words, what exactly does that make you? You will never hear Mind Ascension use something that I don't understand. Never. Never. You will never hear Mind Ascension say something that I can't explain. Never. Never. You ain't never gonna hear me say the new shit. I said what I said when I said it, so I said it. Yeah. What the fuck is that childish bullshit? I said what I said when I said what I said it. What is that? What is that? What have we become mentally? I ain't gotta explain nothing to nobody about anything. So explain it to yourself. So explain it to your child. This is why a lot of parents get mad at their children for asking questions, because they don't know what the hell they talking about in the first place, and their ego won't allow them to go, baby, you know what? I'm going to come back to you on that. I'm going to go check around a little bit and see what I can give you. Their ego won't allow them to do that. Shut up, stop asking so many questions. Because I said so. That's the worst thing you could do to your child. Because I said so. You mean because you said so? Sound like a slave master. Because I said so. Anybody looking for clarity and explanation is utilizing intelligence. Anytime you shut down that clarity and explanation, you're shutting down their intelligence. Then that's how you give birth to believers who follow anything, who are walking around like idiots, following anything. But yet you can smell a fart through my cotton briefs and my jean pants from fucking a mile away. But this fucking piece of shit is fucking protecting you from the world. Fuck out of here. Peace to the whole family, y'all. Pardon me, I'm on here to express, really. I just finished doing like an hour of a live that didn't get saved. So I ain't really even come here to kind of, do my usual thing. I love the fact that y'all chimed in, even though I'm on this nothing-ass page right now, which I don't really utilize for anything because it will be erased if I do. But pardon me if I'm not acknowledging y'all directly. I was attempting to use the black platform that I'm on right now called We Got Ups. I'm still not abandoning them. I'm not giving up on them. They need a lot of work, but I'm still utilizing them because so far they're the best black-owned site I've ever seen. They do believe in freedom of speech because I said a whole bunch of stuff on that website on that social network, and I have yet to be silenced. Nothing was removed, nothing. So I know that they're about their word about freedom of speech. So that in itself will make me loyal to them for as long as I possibly can. But I attempted to go live so many times and it just doesn't save, and that was a little frustrating because I said so many things that just went out there to the ethers, but I know that it went out there to the ethers, but right now I'm here to say those things or as close as I can get to those things and hopefully be able to record and archive it and be able to put it up on my channel, even though they're beginning to suppress that as well. I've did some tests and I've realized that they're definitely targeting me because just recently I made brand new videos for my channel. I made a 3-part series. One of them got completely erased, so I don't even have it no more, but I was smart enough. From now on, I know not only do I need to screenshot everything in the world, but I need to immediately archive my own stuff immediately because they'll just get erased from existence. But I was only able to save 2 parts, and I did a 3-part video about pretty much grown-ass men kissing boys on the mouth. They actually took it out of my private section. It wasn't even published yet. They took it out of my private section and removed it for hate speech. So it wasn't even on my channel yet. And then those same videos, I allowed a friend of mine or a conscious family member of mine put it on her channel, and it's been up there ever since. They don't touch it. No guideline police came for her, none of that. So it's obvious that they're definitely paying attention to me. They're definitely making sure I'm not heard. They're definitely making sure I'm removed. And that's not a surprise to me whatsoever. But I came on here today to kind of balance out what I already attempted to do, which didn't go through as well. So please pardon me, family, if I'm not paying too close attention to the comments or whatever, but please continue to leave them. I will go over them a little bit if I can before I get off this live, but I just had to exchange, I had to release, I had to express, because I just did an entire live on this subject of the strong, independent woman and what exactly makes her independent outside of a man, and it completely just didn't go anywhere. Or excuse me, it was limited to the ethers, I should say. So that's why I came up on here, because I knew this white-owned platform would be completely high quality, and I knew that everything was going to go through, and I know that I'm going to be able to save it and record it. So unfortunately, I can't wait to the day that we get ourselves up to par of a higher quality, to where none of this will be necessary to utilize anything outside of ourselves. Of course, we know that it's a process and that is cycles of time, and I'm willing to wait. From your channel, but I never seen a video. Yeah, they're removing things from my YouTube as we speak. I was already put in YouTube jail as well, but YouTube jail doesn't last as long as Instagram, no. So they put me in YouTube jail for like a week. I'm not even sure if it's over yet, but I'll see when I try to upload this video. But yeah, you were being suppressed left and right for utilizing intelligence, logic, and reasoning. Everything in this day and era is about the right brain and how you feel and your imagination. Long as you're not imagining anything outside of the narrative, you'll be okay. Long as your imagination fits their imagination, you're fine. Don't worry about it. But yes, let's just do a rundown before I get off here, family. What makes the black woman strong and independent? That has absolutely nothing to do with a man. What makes the black woman who does not need no man, remember, this is the words that come out of her mouth. I don't need no man for nothing. I got my own house. I don't need no man for nothing. I got my own car. I don't need no man for nothing. I got my own career. I don't need a man for nothing. I take myself on my own dates. I don't need a man for nothing. I travel by myself. This is what she's been saying for the last 10, 20 years, going on 30 years too. Once again, what exactly does the strong black independent woman have to justify her independence that has absolutely nothing to do with a man's labor, with a man's mind, with a man's architecture, with a man's talent? Nothing. That's purely hers that makes her independent and strong. The car you drive, who built that car? When that car breaks down, who fixes it? The house you live in, who built that house? When there's something wrong in that house, who fixes it? The technology you utilize, who designed that technology? And when something goes wrong, who's the technician that fixes it? The career that makes you strong and independent, who created it? Who built the building that you work in? Who built the machines that's a part of your factory that you manage? Who built the hierarchy system that you have worked your way up to as a judge, as a prosecutor, as a chief of police? Who invented it? Who created it? Who created the legal system that you're now a lawyer in? Who created the educational system that gave you your diploma? Who created the medical system that you're a registered nurse in? Who created the medicines that you now distribute amongst your patients? Don't need no man, right? Strong, independent woman don't need no man. Makes sense. We're not using intelligence. We're not looking at the things that we regurgitate and say. with an aspect in order to break down to find the reality in them. All we do is repeat things that feel good. Who created gynecology? Everything you use today as a woman came from the mind, the hands, the backs of men. I'm trying to think of one thing that y'all use today that men didn't create. The only thing I could think about is agriculture and your uterus. And art. Even though men are more known for, a lot more artists are men, but still, I'll give that to y'all. I'll give y'all art. I'll give y'all agriculture. I'll give y'all decor. Of course, I'll give y'all motherhood. But are these things that make y'all independent today, though? Or are y'all using art and agriculture to make y'all independent today? Homosexual men design y'all clothes. Men design your sex toys. Men design your, they call it, majority of your female products are designed by men. Your women's health care is designed by men. As we already know, Sims, Dr. Sims, a white man, is the one that created the practice of gynecology. What exactly makes you independent from men that has nothing to do with men? And then even when you find things that women have attributed to, what is the source of the template that they utilize to contribute to the system or to the working of what they create? Because many women today are imitating men. You already know, brother. You already know, brother. Many women today are imitating men. So what exactly makes you independent from a man? That you are now a new man? I'm gonna wrap this up, family. Love y'all. Truly appreciate y'all. I truly miss y'all from my original page, which is completely blocked. I've been trying to get on it for months now. I don't know what they're doing. I don't even want to say it, but I don't understand. I'm blocked on everything except my barber page because I don't talk about nothing on this page. But I love y'all. I truly appreciate y'all. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please share. And for all consultations and all divinations and Q viewings, the number is 646-575-8305. Once again, for all consultations, divinations, and cube viewings, the number is 646-575-8305. You can send a text to that number. You can leave a message on that number. Set up a consultation or do a text consultation, which is not a lot of money. But I've always been here for y'all. I've always been here for questions. I've always been here for explanations. I've always been here for clarity. I'm always trying to get the same thing out of other so-called teachers and gurus, and I don't get that at all. Because a lot of them don't know what the hell they're talking about. So they can't break things down in multiple different ways to give you clarity in it. They just reject you and make themselves feel superior for you asking a question, which feeds the ego on both sides because it makes the other person more reluctant to ask questions, and it makes the other person feel bigger even though they can't answer the question. My purpose is activation. I am a tool. I am a servant. The best teacher or the master teacher is a slave to the ardent student. Anyone who's constantly seeking clarity, I'm a slave to you. Because that's my purpose. If you don't utilize me, then I'm free. If you choose to not ask any questions or whatever, or not look for clarity, then nobody rules me. But as a teacher, I'm controlled by the student. I'm a slave to the true student. Because all of us are students, but not all of us are true students. Because I'm a student right here as I'm sitting in the middle of this field in nature, observing things, but I'm not seeking anything more than my observation. That's not a true student. The teacher is a slave to the student. The teacher also remains a student. So I'm open for any clarification, for any correction on anything I've ever spoken or said. Most of y'all already know that. I'm open to any debate. I'm open to all criticism. Yeah, I know y'all love me. I'm open to all criticism and debate. I'm open to any platform. I'm open to all attack. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all because y'all are me. Mine Ascension. I'm out.